Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great week, and hope you're getting out to do some fishing. It's really nice here in the Ozarks, Northwest Arkansas area. It's 82 degrees right now. I'm going to talk to you today real quick about a bait that's getting ready to come into play. Especially during post spawn. During the spawn they can work really well, but also in the post spawn these baits can work really well. These baits are prop baits, like the old Devil's Horse. You can see this one's been ate up. The old Smithwick Devil's Horse, another Devil's Horse, the bluegill colored one. The bluegill color is a great color to be throwing right now, and then especially after the spawn, bluegill colors work really well, and so is the shad color. And here's a Rapala. Berkley makes a really good one, prop bait. I believe it's called the Rocket Prop or Prop Rocket or something like that. Here's another Rapala. But I like this shad. It's silver and black, and I like the bluegill. And then here's another kind of prop bait. It's not as long, it's a little bit shorter and it's thicker. It looks more like a bluegill, and it's colored like a bluegill. Those work really good. And then here's an oldie but a goodie. It's an old Cordell. Let's see, what is that thing? Crazy Shad, that's what it is. An old Cotton Cordell Crazy Shad. If anybody has any of those old, I don't know if they still make those or not. If anybody has those old Crazy Shads, those work good. And then of course you can't forget the old Torpedo. The old Torpedo is still a good little bait to throw. This is the baby Torpedo, and they make a tiny Torpedo, and boy, these little torpedoes and tiny torpedoes can work really well whenever the bass is guarding fry, or there's small shad or small bluegill in the area. Those little torpedoes still catch a lot of fish today. But what I want to talk about is those prop baits. You pick out the brand of prop bait that you like the best. And right now and through the post spawn is the time to be using them. You can use them during the spawn, because you can work them real slow. You can bring it right up over the top of that bed and twitch it, especially that bluegill color, and those bass will think that's a bluegill trying to invade their nest area, and they will hammer it. Then after the spawn, throw the bluegill color or the shad color and work it around stumps, lay downs. They work really well around grass. I like using, we have a lot of water willow around some of the lakes that I fish, and those fish will come out of those water willows and annihilate those things. But this is the time of year that I catch more fish on the prop baits than I do any other time of year. You can still catch fish on them other times of the year, but it seems like the spawn and post spawn periods is when I catch the most fish on those prop baits. Like I said, I throw it around boat docks, I throw it around laydowns, stumps, grass, just anywhere those bass will be hiding, anywhere where the bass has beds, anywhere where the bass is guarding fry, anywhere where the bass is done with guarding fry, but they're going after bluegill beds. That's another good place to throw these bluegill colored prop baits, is throw them right around bluegill beds. Find those bluegill beds, work those things over the top of those bluegill beds, and hang on, because those big bass will be in there eating on those bluegill, and they will annihilate that prop bait. I usually fish those prop baits on anywhere from 12 to 15 pound monofilament, because they're a floating bait, and you're not going to be just reeling it straight in. You're going to be twitching it and letting it set. Twitch it and let it set. Twitch, 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 and let it set. And so you need a line that floats. I do not like braid. I don't like braid at all, so I have zero braid on my, well, I'll take it back. I've got some braid just as backing, but I've got my monofilament and fluorocarbon attached to it. But I have several yards of either monofilament or fluorocarbon attached to it, so I never have to deal with the braid. If you like braid, you can use braid. Just be careful though, because if you set the hook too hard with those little treble hooks on those things, you're gonna either pull it away from them, or you're gonna rip those little hooks out of their mouth, or if some of those, it has real light wire hooks, you're gonna straighten them out and you're not gonna get your fish in. So that's another reason I like to use monofilament, because it has a little bit of stretch. And when you're a crazy hook setter like I am sometimes, I make the boat rock. You need the extra give, so you don't rip the hooks away from them. But I always throw them on anywhere from a 6.9 to 7.3 medium action rod. I don't want it too light, so it totally has no backbone, but I don't want it to have so much backbone again that I rip the hooks out of it. So I use somewhere around a medium rod, and I use a faster reel. I try to use a 7-to-1 or 8-to-1 gear ratio reel, and whatever brand you prefer. That way I can take up slack, and then if one hits it and it runs straight toward me, I can take up slack real quick and get on it. You will get some amazing explosive blow-ups on these top waters. I mean, it looked like you've thrown a freaking boulder in the water whenever those bass hits these top waters. It is great, and it's a lot of fun. But now's the time to be throwing a prop bait and through the post spawn. What you do if there's not much wind, say no wind up to 10, maybe 15 mile an hour wind, throw it out there, let it hit the water, and let the ripples completely die away from it. I don't want any ripples around it for 5 to 10 feet, and then just give it a twitch, just a little twitch, and let it sit there for a few seconds, and then twitch it again, let it set for a few seconds, and then give it about 3 little twitches, twitch, 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 and sometimes that taking off more twitches will make the fish think that it's a bait fish trying to escape, and that's when they'll hit it if they haven't already. A lot of times that first twitch and they'll go ahead and slam it. But if you can get down a row of water willow or some other kind of grass sticking up out of the water, just bring it down the edge of that grass line and wow, hang on. Throw it around lay downs or stumps, standing timber, or anything there that you can get it in there and not get hung up. I don't usually throw them in the middle of the lay downs, but I'll work the outside of the lay downs, or I can pitch it into holes in the lay down and work it back out through holes and get those fish to hit. You can use them, like I said, over bluegill beds. You can use them around the bass beds. Just get on those, in those spawning areas where either one of those fish are spawning, and fan cast around if you see bluegill beds on your side imaging or on your down scan, because some of these are clear lakes. They will spawn 5, 6, 8, 10 foot deep, but you can get those fish to draw up, those bass to draw up to your prop bait even in that deep of water, especially if it's clear water. So don't be afraid to throw it over those deeper beds, but just fan cast it around on the flats and the points where the fish may be spawning, and hang on and go have you some fun. Anyway, if you like this content, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your week, and I will see you guys out on the water.